Hello there, everybody. We return then for great times this terrific Tuesday. Cleared out some negative nonsense, but Carissa Killjoy's about to, yes, shout you out there, actually, just about. Yeah, Carissa, good raid there, back on mobile. Easter fun. Good to see you, Carissa. How are you today? You got that nice, Iron Man or such avatar. That's looking pretty cool. Forgot which one that is exactly. But yes, welcome, Chris, and now we have main show just beginning for the day.
Welcome, Red Knight.
It's great to see you. We're gonna get some Lovecraft tales here first thing, probably some Darkest Dungeon or such. We'll name a character for you if you'd like any particular characters in Darkest Dungeon. We shall name after you, but first thing, want to give you a shout out for the good times on a Sunday, so let's go ahead and get that right away. Carissa Killjoy, there you are. Your Rust fun and your Rust skin and such. Thank you for starting off the chat here today. Looking good with that new avatar as well. That's one of the Marvel ones. I don't think I changed the Iron Man colors, but it might be someone that's not Iron Man. Anyway, we usually have the dragon avatars. We do have access to the avatar store down there anytime you'd like. Yeah, great to see you here for actual main show. We'll show you some things in the Chillstone minute. Frame drop coming down a little bit from 6%, not too bad. But yes, lovely to see you in the flesh there, Carissa, after the good times with mobile streaming. Let's get you a solid shout out here as well for the Rust fun, other good fun. Marvel Strike Force, many things. Yeah, speaking of the Marvel one, I think that's Iron Man or Iceman or... Huh, we have the other Iron Man action one.
Needs to get in, bro.
Let's see what you got here for Rust rating or such. So Rust experience.
Go up.
It's a chaotic fun time. Up and up.
Down, bro.
Oh, that's great. I've seen a few things in Rust over the years, but I haven't played myself. We got the headphones in for you in a bit. That's a good one, though. Carissa, welcome with, yes, your lovely chicken. A good thing. Oh, you're a fan of Geef as well. Yeah, watch some good Geef. I did not realize you got animated alerts, but yes, we're celebrating our newest alert here. You can see it. We have new cheers here available to Diablo 2 cheer goal for about 6 months. We have Voicemod available, and what else? Yeah, we've given you a good welcome little clip there. And yes, Chris, great to have you part of the community, part of the fun. So you join the Discord. Thanks for that as well. Voicemod is
Available anytime you'd like.
Little Titan voice for a little demonstration for now. And yeah, Geef watched a lot of hunt funs for him, watched other hunt streamers such as Aries Fan, Fairlight Excalibur, Anthony Kong Fan on auto host, Geef, and yeah, Calamity, watched them a bit, and other ones that Geef played with, Dead by Daylight, played since closed beta as well too. So yeah, we have a lot of similar games, community people in common. Lovely to see you with other adventures. Hope you had a good stream yesterday, so you're at most recent one for other full-time adventures. Gonna pick out a Lovecraft tale here to get started with tonight. And then we'll get to our Darkest Dungeon if you have any particular characters you'd like to be named off right off the bat. Otherwise, we'll take a look at the roster, and I'm sure we'll find a very champion or such lady or other fighter, anyone that you'd like, though, it doesn't matter, gender or anything. So last we read Hypnos for Lovecraft. Today we're going to look at something new and make the thumbnails for both Hypnos and something else. Show some other hunt captures down the line. We had just someone harassing the stream lately, so I went ahead and banned him for the 3rd time. I was considering unbanning him, but based on how toxic he was in game and toxic on Twitch, why even give him a chance, to be toxic again? So usually I'm happy to give people a chance, but if they don't even adhere by the rules for the first time. Thankfully, though, Carissa did balance that out with the recent follows, and we thank you again for that. Thank you for the follow and bringing your raid over from that Marvel Strike Force fun. And it's lovely to see you as we return here to main show, at least for the evening. Had some other job applications and things going on, the rehearsals, good stuff. Yeah, you start off our follow. Fun for April 2023. These, yeah, new cheers yet to be debuted. Other good fun like that. Many other fun features and main show things we do not have in mobile. So, big part of that, Carissa, is these champion commands. So you, as a Dragon Knight, you do have full access to all of these, and you would like to use anytime you need to type them out. If you'd like to try your hand at a riddle, perhaps, we have the first riddle available. All that mainly for the community, just a bit of extra fun and good times. But main thing, lovely to see you. Thank you. Oh yeah, that's it. Thank you for starting our chat. That's what I meant to say. Sorry, a bit of chaotic stuff here lately. A little nap and such. So we're gonna go at least a few hours tonight, depending on nightly's sub goal or not, though. But Carissa, Killy Joyce, thank you for starting off the chat here tonight. And the Dragons Tuesday, a lovely place to be. Fellow streamer, yes, of many years, similar to how long I've been in the community. So that you start when you're about 18, so that is very exciting. Lovely to welcome you here. Whatever the heck avatar that is. Let me check. Actually, I just can't get over the curiosity. Did I change the? No, it's War Machine. That's why it's similar to Iron Man. It is War Machine. So both of those are active. Had a recent friend, Chachi, actually, we wanted the Iron Man skin, so it's funny you get the first one for War Machine there. Very fun. I'm gonna hit him a quick message. Then we have everything we need for live there, pool table, other adventures like that. Like I said, Discord available, everything there, a voice mod available. Anything you're curious about, Carissa, please let us know. Any feedback you have as a regular streamer yourself would appreciate it. Hopefully you can see things relatively clearly. We had frame drop at 60% to start. That has calmed down from the Wi-Fi 3.7%. Like I said, not the greatest Wi-Fi here, but we are back to stable levels, so that's good. The mic should be relatively clear as well. Have the desktop audio off at the moment. The regular mic volume, usually negative 9 decibels when headphones are in. So hopefully balance that out. It's great to see you though. Thank you for starting for chat there. Lovely new friend, Chris Achille Joyce from Texas. Now I'll come down from Texas. Join us here today. California fun of the Dragons here, so exciting things in the works. We'll see how it goes for the Water District, other rehearsals for Melodrama, and Macbeth will read some Melodrama, and Macbeth later will read some stuff like that, and some more Micro Kern, our 4th crime novel at the moment. We'll be reading back to that soon. I don't know about tomorrow. I have 2 rehearsals, but we'll see maybe in the morning stream we can get to. For now, let's take a look at I Bid or other such Lovecraft stories. As I Bid says in his famous Lives of the Poets from a Student Theme. This could be a fun one for tonight. Hard to remember, yeah, which of these I've read before or not. It's just like a weird historical. Let's get something more exciting than that if we can. We'll see. Been reading the poetry and other stuff too. Oh, that looks like a good one. Winged Death. Have we read Winged Death? Yeah, a lot of these haven't purpled out, so it's hard to tell. This one we could do maybe like the first section and get to some other throughout the course of it. Just make the Hypnos thumbnail and several parts for this, so... Winged Death, very fitting for the Dragons Series here. Carissa and friends, we're celebrating our 7th ever emote, so that has just come in. We'll eventually get to that cheer goal after Diablo 2 eventually finishes off with new cheers. Cheer, a pleasure for that, and for Chivalry 2 and Red Dead 2 will need to be fulfilled as well. Then we'll eventually get to the Lurk emote goal, and I think the 8th emote should be a little simpler. I can maybe just take care of that myself or something, or get a simple commission or a complimentary one. Or other artist friend, but lovely to see you there, Chris. Hope you're having a good evening of it. Your War Machine looking good here in the Roost. Other exciting times. If you'd like a riddle or such, exclamation riddle to get started for our first bit of fun things there. A little other fun one, just celebrate return to main show since we did several of those mobile streams with reading and other mobile games. So great to have you back. Celebrate some TwitchCon memorabilia, things like that. Sure you can appreciate with Glitch and the rest there. Looking good. We'll get the thumbnail in a bit then. Winged Death for now, looking pretty good. Let us begin, shall we? Everything we need, we'll get some Darkest Dungeon, figure out character naming, and other progress, Hogwarts Legacy, other similar games, Skyrim, and yeah, Red Dead, show the other streams, stuff like that. Very sick. But for now, looking fantastic. Carissa, welcome back, great to see you. I hope you're having a great night. For the Radiate again, fun shadow for you there. All looking good for the time being. New Lurk emote, yeah, that's one of the last thing I did need to do before we get started was the little Lurk emote update. I actually did the wrong one there. The actual wrong colors. So now I'll put the right colors here in the addition to the emote being updated, but the one here and the Chillstone as well. So have I got the right one here? I hope so. Yes, you see the difference there? It went from white to orange. Just needs a quick little adjustment in size. Oh, that one's just the one without transparency, though. Yeah, that's the problem. So let me find this was just updated here. It should literally just take a quick second, because I did update it actually on GIMP, and then I was able to upload that. Yeah, Lurk fixed. There we go. See? All better now. Yeah, that's the one fixed. You can see the right colors instead of it being white on the outline. It is orange, fiery orange. Greatness. Yeah, I'll put that next to the tip jar for now. Looking pretty good. Next to that main Drogon. Excellent. Alright, I think we're pretty good with that for now. Looking next to the tip jar. I think you're bringing the chat to life. First one here, Carissa with your stream avatars. Another thing that was not on mobile. Sorry, it's a little scatterbrained here to get started. It's been a few days. But we're going to get started with some Winged Death by H.P. Lovecraft with Hazel Heald, one of his favorite collaborators. Apparently, just like you, Carissa, one of my newest fun collaborators after we have a triple band, other trash talker here in chat. Yeah, after I reviewed some of his hunt captures here, decided it was not worth it to unban him, so let me just show you the reason for that before we get started. The reason for that was this response here. So, what are you doing, buddy? I'll show you later.
Oh, he's inside right in front of me. Right inside.
He's talking trash, so that's why. We'll show the full captures for that later. Had a little solo hunt a couple days ago. Maybe we'll get some tomorrow. I don't know, off-stream. We'll figure it out. For now, it is 7:38. Here at the 15-minute mark, we will begin our story. Discord on the side tray, the last little adjustment needed so that we can see we have purple activity, live, steady, and stable. That's all we need for now. I believe so. The Orange Hotel stands in High Street near the railway station in Bloemfontein, South Africa. On Sunday, January 24th, 1932, 4 men sat shivering from terror in a room on its 3rd floor. One was George C. Titteridge, proprietor of the hotel. Another was Police Constable Lan DeWitt of the Central Station. A third was Johannes Bogart, the local coroner. The fourth, and apparently the least disorganized of the group, was Dr. Cornelius Van Keulen, the coroner's physician. On the floor, uncomfortably evident amidst the stifling summer heat, was the body of a dead man. But this was not what the 4 were afraid of. Their glances wandered from the table, on which lay a curious assortment of things, to the ceiling overhead, across whose smooth whiteness a series of huge, faltering alphabetical characters had somehow been scrawled in ink. And every now and then, Dr. Van Keulen would glance half furtively at a worn leather blank book, which he held in his left hand. First thing I'm trying to figure out, January, that's still winter, isn't it? So why is it saying summer heat if they're in South Africa, which is still part of the northern hemisphere, isn't it? Or is South Africa actually in the southern hemisphere? Let me look that up. I'm very curious. Let me see. Which hemisphere is South Africa? It is in the southern hemisphere. Okay. So South Africa is actually south enough to be in the southern hemisphere. See, I didn't know that. I just good to be educated. All right. Makes sense. The horror of the 4 seemed about equally divided among the blank book, the scrawled words on the ceiling, and a dead fly of peculiar aspect which floated in a bottle of ammonia on the table. Also on the table were an open inkwell, a pen and writing pad, a physician's medical case, a bottle of hydrochloric acid, and a tumbler about a quarter full of black oxide of manganese. The worn leather book was the journal of the dead man on the floor, and had at once made it clear that the name Frederick N. Mason, Mining Properties, Toronto, Canada, signed in the hotel register, was a false one. There were other things, terrible things, which it likewise made clear, and still other things of far greater terror at which it hinted hideously without making them clear or even fully believable. It was the half-belief of the 4 men, fostered by lives spent close to the black, settled secrets of brooding Africa, which made them shiver so violently in spite of the searing January heat. The blank book was not a large one, and the entries were in a fine handwriting, which, however, grew careless and nervous-looking toward the last. It consisted of a series of jottings, at first rather irregularly spaced, but finally becoming daily. To call it a diary would not be quite correct, for it chronicled only one set of its writer's activities. Dr. Van Keulen recognized the name of the dead man the moment he opened the cover, for it was that of an eminent member of his own profession who had been largely connected with African matters. In another moment, he was horrified to find this name linked with a dastardly crime, officially unsolved, which had filled the newspapers some 4 months before. And the farther he read, the deeper grew his horror, awe, and sense of loathing and panic. Here, in essence, in the text which the doctor read aloud in that sinister and increasingly noisome room, while the 3 men around him breathed hard, fidgeted in their chairs, and darted frightened glances at the ceiling, the table, the thing on the floor, and one another. Journal of Thomas Slonwhite, M.D. Touching punishment of Henry Sargent Moore, Ph.D. of Brooklyn, New York, professor of invertebrate biology in Columbia University, New York, NY, prepared to be read after my death for the satisfaction of making public the accomplishment of my revenge, which may otherwise never be imputed to me, even if it succeeds. January 5th, 1929. I have now fully resolved to kill Dr. Henry Moore, and a recent incident has shown me how I shall do it. From now on, I shall follow a consistent line of action, hence the beginning of this journal. It is hardly necessary to repeat the circumstances which have driven me to this course, for the informed part of the public is familiar with all the salient facts. I was born in Trenton, New Jersey, on April 12, 1885, the son of Dr. Paul Slonwhite, formerly of Pretoria, Transvaal, South Africa. Studying medicine as part of my family tradition, I was led by my father, who died in 1916, while I was serving in France in a South African regiment, to specialize in African fevers. And after my graduation from Columbia, spent much time in researches which took me from Durban in Natal up to the equator itself. In Mombasa, I worked out my new theory of the transmission and development of remittent fever, aided only slightly by the papers of the late government physician. Sir Norman Sloan, which I found in the house I occupied. When I published my results, I became at a single stroke a famous authority. I was told of the probability of an almost supreme position in the South African Health Service, and even a probable knighthood in the event of my becoming a naturalized citizen, and accordingly, I took the necessary steps. It's a good time to do something I did forget. Redemption of actual knighthood. Dragon knighting here. Let's take a quick look. Needed to set the dragon knighting as just 1 instead of 2. Let me just adjust, yeah, these quick community channel points. Who want to, first of all, redeem. Yeah, the last time it was activated here by Grim, yeah, Dragon Knighting, so I'll go ahead and there must be a way to redeem those, right? I'm just looking at the activity feed where it was. I know somewhere is the yeah, we could add new community challenge too, but review request queue, there we go. So let me go ahead and redeem Dragon Knighting. That's weird, that one disappeared. Where's the more recent one? Oh, these are all time, okay. Looking at all time channel rewards real quick. We had Poison by, okay, some of these actually there. And some of these new ones. New ones on Steam. Okay, Dragon Knighting, let me reject that, refund points back to him, and let me set the edit rewards for Dragon Knighting, 1 per customer. Dragon Knighting for exactly, let's take a look here, 3,000. That will now indeed be once. Limited redemptions per stream, limited redemptions per user per stream. No, I need to make it once and once only, so how do I do that? Could renew the vows, I guess, like once a year or something, but time between redemptions up to 7 days. Yeah, that's not enough, so per stream, per user, per stream. Huh, is that the best I can do? I was hoping you had a little more control over it than that. Oh well, I'll refund them, and yeah, if they haven't done it in like a year or so, I could do it again, but it's that kind of way that you can only do it up to a week, so people can do it more times. Yeah, it would make sense if it was longer than 7 days, and not just per stream. Total redemptions for views, but that's per stream, it's not for all time. So that's kind of silly. Oh well. There's per users per stream, individual redemptions per viewer, and then for all viewers. Oh well. We'll just have to have people have common sense, I guess. It's fine. Yeah, we have several of the hunts rewards right now, but it's good for now. Alright, enough of that. That should be the last frame drop issue for now. Where were we here? Okay. To buttress this absurd accusation, he produced certain personal letters for Sir Norman, which indeed shewed that the older man had been over my ground, and that he would have published his results very soon but for his sudden death. This much I could only admit with regret. What I could not excuse was the jealous suspicion that I had stolen the theory from Sir Norman's papers. The British government, sensibly enough, ignored these aspersions, but withheld the half-promised appointment and knighthood on the ground that my theory, while original with me, was not in fact new. Alright, close enough. I could soon see that my career in Africa was perceptibly checked. Though I had placed all my hopes on such a career, even to the point of resigning American citizenship, a distinct coolness toward me had arisen among the government set in Mombasa, especially among those who had known Sir Norman. It was then that I resolved to be even with Moore sooner or later, though I did not know how. He had been jealous of my early celebrity, and he had taken advantage of his old correspondence with Sir Norman to ruin me. This from the friend whom I had myself led to take an interest in Africa, whom I had coached and inspired till he achieved his present moderate fame as an authority on African entomology. Even now, though, I will not deny that his attainments are profound. I made him, and in return he has ruined me. Now, someday, I shall destroy him. Quick one more segue for now. We got the gas money goal 80 days from now. Let us go ahead and add some text to let the bit goal know, at least here on the Chillstone, that has been 6 months coming. See if I can add a good bit of text for that. I hope so. Yeah, again, this is being difficult, but we'll figure it out. What do you mean read from file? Okay, there you go. Opacity. Maybe the Google font is better. I don't know if it's much of a difference. And the resize, yeah, that's quite the big text we got here. But hopefully it'll get the main point across. For now. There you go. Let's move that closer to the actual sheer goal down here somewhere. As long as it's, I think, below display capture, that's good. Alright, below the bit goal, which is also below the cheer menu. Yeah, 6 months in for that Diablo 2 goal. Hopefully that gets the point, that gets the idea across. We'll see. Might be a little vague, but I'm always happy to explain it if anyone comes in and they're wondering what does that mean. It's alright. When I saw myself losing ground in Mombasa, I applied for my present situation in the interior, at Magonga, only 50 miles from the Uganda line. It is a cotton and ivory trading post, with only 8 white men besides myself. A beastly hole, almost on the equator, and full of every sort of fever known to mankind. Poisonous snakes and insects everywhere, and inwards, with diseases nobody ever heard of outside medical college. But my work is not hard, and I have always had plenty of time to plan things to do to Henry Moore. It amuses me to give his Diptera of Central and Southern Africa a prominent place on my shelf. I suppose it actually is a standard manual. They use it at Columbia, Harvard, and the U of Wiz. But my own suggestions are really responsible for half its strong points. Last week I encountered the thing which decided me how to kill Moore. A party from Uganda brought in a black with a queer illness, which I can't yet diagnose. He was lethargic, with a very low temperature, and shuffled in a peculiar way. Most of the others were afraid of him, and said he was under some kind of witch doctor's spell. But Gobo, the interpreter, said he had been bitten by an insect. What it was, I can't imagine, for there is only a slight puncture on the arm. It is a bright red, though with a purple ring around it. Spectral looking, I don't wonder the boys lay it to black magic. They seem to have seen cases like it before, and say there's really nothing to do about it. Just thought of other fun thing it might be fun, spur of the moment here, to add what I'm actually reading as text. So then people, yeah, even though we've read 4 novels and many Lovecraft tales already, it may be a good time to just show the current reading. So if anyone comes in the middle during it, they will have a better idea. So why don't we try that? Seems like a fun thing to do. Winged Death. At the moment, get some good color, no background opacity really needed. See how that looks. Gets the point across. Let's put it in the right place. I think, yeah, underneath the true goal or other numbers should be fine. Yeah, 2 text together there. Yeah, at least now it's, you know, a bit more clear. The current reading is and such. So, it seems helpful. I don't think it'll interfere with chat too much. Other positions, but just to test a little bit here. Yeah, the splash over it and the text itself over it too, so. Alright, I think that's, yeah, just to make it a little more clear what's going on. Never done that before, but we can do that for micro now and other things like that. Maybe let me add one more for Congo later, just while I'm making them here. Not Congo, micro. So we have current reading and novel reading. 2 different things there. Alright. Yeah, it'll be micro, and the next one will be what chapter it is and such, so I think that'll be fine. With the actor font, always a good one. Make that one orange, perhaps. Alright, and we'll have that for next time. Probably put them in the same place, but yeah, just to have them for the novel reading next to the current reading. Good bit of fun with that. That might make it just a little bit easier to follow along and such. So we have micro. Coming back next time soon enough, and Winged Death for now. Hopefully that gets the point across. Current reading, just move a little bit out here. Hard to adjust it sometimes. Good enough. Okay. Otherwise you could get pictures of the book, other things, but we'll save that for the thumbnail. There's at least will give the main title, main idea, right? Alright, frame drop looking good. Thanks again to lovely Carissa Killajoys. Friends who join us today. Hope you're doing well. Celebrate our newest Lurk emote. Look forward to chat with you more very soon. Okay, here we were. Somewhere up here. Someday I shall destroy him. Diptera of Central and Southern Africa. Where were we? University West, yeah, my own strong point. Somewhere in there, okay. Last week I encountered the thing which decided me how to kill more. A party from Uganda brought in a black with a queer illness, which I can't yet diagnose. He was lethargic with a very low temperature and shuffled in a peculiar way. Most of the others were afraid of him and said he was under some kind of witch doctor spell, but Gobo, the interpreter, said he had been bitten by an insect. What it was, I can't imagine, for there is only a slight puncture on the arm. It is bright red, though with a purple ring around it. Spectral looking. I don't wonder the boys lay into black magic. They seem to have seen cases like it before and say there's really nothing to do about it. Okay. Old Nkuru, one of the Gala boys at the post, says it must be the bite of a devil fly, which makes its victims waste away gradually and die, and then takes hold of his soul and personality if it's still alive itself, flying around with all his likes, dislikes, and consciousness. A queer legend, and I don't know of any local insect deadly enough to account for it. I gave this sick black, his name is Mavana, a good shot of quinine and took a sample of his blood for testing, but haven't made much progress. There's certainly a strange germ present, but I can't even remotely identify it. The nearest thing to it is the bacillus one finds in oxen, horses, and dogs that the tsetse fly has bitten. But tsetse flies don't infect human beings, and this is too far north for them anyway. However, the important thing is that I've decided how to kill more. If this interior region has insects as poisonous as the natives say, I'll see that he gets a shipment of them from a source he won't suspect, and with plenty of assurances that they are harmless. Trust him to throw overboard all caution when it comes to studying an unknown species. And then we'll see how nature takes its course. It ought not to be hard to find an insect that scares the blacks so much. First to see how poor Mavana turns out, and then to find my envoy of death. January 7th. Mavana is no better. Though I have injected all the antitoxins I know of, he has fits of trembling, in which he rants affrightedly about the way his soul still will pass when he dies into the insect that bit him. But between them he remains in a kind of half-stupor. Heart's action still strong, so I may pull him through. I shall try to, for he can probably guide me better than anyone else to the region where he was bitten. Meanwhile, I'll write to Dr. Lincoln, my predecessor here, for Alan, the head factor, says he had a profound knowledge of the local sickness. He ought to know about the death fly if any white man does. He's at Nairobi now, and a black runner ought to get me a reply in a week, using the railway for half the trip. January 10th. Patient unchanged, but I have found what I want. It was in an old volume of the local health records, which I've been going over diligently while waiting to hear from Lincoln. 30 years ago, there was an epidemic that killed off thousands of natives in Uganda, and it was definitely traced to a rare fly called Glossina palpalis, a sort of cousin to the Glossina marsitans, or tsetse. It lives in the bushes on the shores of lakes and rivers, and feeds on the blood of crocodiles, antelopes, and large mammals. When these food animals have the germ of trypanosomosis, or sleeping sickness, it picks it up and develops acute infectivity after an incubation period of 31 days. Then for 75 days it is sure death to anyone or anything it bites. Without doubt, this must be the devil fly the N-words talk about. Now I know what I'm heading for. Hope Mavana pulls through. Ought to hear from Lincoln in 4 or 5 days. He has a great reputation for success in things like this. My worst problem will be to get the flies to more without his recognizing them. With his cursed plotting scholarship, it would be just like him to know all about them, since they're actually on record. January 15th. Just heard from Lincoln, who confirms all that the records say about Glossina palpalis. He has a remedy for sleeping sickness, which has succeeded in a great number of cases when not given too late. Intermuscular injections of typarsamide. Since Mavana was bitten about 2 months ago, I don't know how it will work, but Lincoln says that cases have been known to drag on 18 months, so possibly I'm not too late. Lincoln sent over some of his stuff, so I've just given Mavana a stiff shot. In a stupor now, they brought his principal wife from the village. But he doesn't even recognize her. If he recovers, he can certainly show me where the flies are. He's a great crocodile hunter, according to the report, and knows all Uganda like a book. I'll give him another shot tomorrow. January 16th. Mavana seems a little brighter today, but his action is slowing up a bit. I'll keep up the injections, but not overdo them. January 17th. Recovery really pronounced today. Mavana opened his eyes and showed signs of actual consciousness, though dazed after the injection. Hope Moore doesn't know about typarsamide. There's a good chance he won't, since he never learned much toward medicine. Mavana's tongue seemed paralyzed, but I fancy that will pass off if I can only wake him up. Wouldn't mind a good sleep myself, but not of this kind. January 25th. Mavana nearly cured. In another week I can let him take me into the jungle. He was frightened when he first came to, about having the fly take his personality after he died, but brightened up finally when I told him he was going to get well. His wife, Ugowe, takes good care of him now, and I can rest a bit. Then for the envoys of death. February 3rd. Mavana is well now, and I have talked with him about a hunt for flies. He dreads to go near the place where they got him, but I am playing on his gratitude. Besides, he has an idea that I can ward off disease as well as cure it. His pluck would shame a white man. There's no doubt that he'll go. I can get off by telling the head factor the trip is in the interest of local health work. March 12th. In Uganda at last. Have 5 boys besides Mavana, but they are all Galas. The local blacks couldn't be hired to come near the region after the talk of what happened to Mavana. This jungle is a pestilential place, steaming with miasmal vapors. All the lakes look stagnant. In one spot we came upon a trace of Cyclopean ruins, which made even the Gallus run past in a wide circle. They say these megaliths are older than man, and that they used to be a haunt or outpost of the fishers from outside. Whatever that means, and one of the evil gods, Tazadgoa and Klulu. To this day, they are said to have a malign influence, and to be connected somehow with the devil flies. March 15th. Struck Lake Malolo this morning, where Mavana was bitten. A hellish, green-scummed affair full of crocodiles. Mavana has fixed up a fly trap of fine wire netting baited with crocodile meat. It has a small entrance, and once the quarry get in, they don't know enough to get out. As stupid as they are deadly, and ravenous for flesh, fresh meat, or a bowl of blood. Hope we can get a good supply. I've decided that I must experiment with them, finding a way to change their appearance so that Moore won't recognize them. Possibly I can cross them with some other species, producing a strange hybrid whose infection-carrying capacity will be undiminished. Hey, Dead Man, how you doing there?
Welcome back.
Good to see you. New Lurk emote just added, and we're very excited to add you, Dead Man, in Darkest Dungeon, because the Forsworn is indeed a skeletal warrior, basically. It's a skeleton. Very cool hero. We'll be having him soon, looking at with your fleshy dragon for now. Welcome back. Happy Lurk emote. currently on. Winged Death. Voicemod available, mute shields available, and riddles available for you as well. If you'd like to try out the first riddle, exclamation riddle in the chat. Producing a strange hybrid whose infection carrying capacity will be undiminished. We'll see. I must wait, but I am in no hurry now. When I get ready, I'll have Mavana get me some infected meat to feed my envoys of death. And then for the post office. Ought to be no trouble getting infection, for this country is a vegetable pest hole. March 16th. Good luck. 2 cages full. 5 vigorous specimens with wings glistening like diamonds. Mavana is emptying them into a large can with a tightly meshed top, and I think we caught them in the nick of time. We can get them to Maganda without trouble, taking plenty of crocodile meat to their food. Undoubtedly all or most of it is infected. April 20th. Nearly a month later, yeah. Back at Magonga, and busy in the laboratory. Have sent to Dr. Just in Pretoria for some tsetse flies for hybridization experiments. Such a crossing, if it will work at all, ought to produce something pretty hard to recognize, yet at the same time just as deadly as the Palpalis. If this doesn't work, I shall try certain other Diptera from the interior, and I have sent to Dr. Vandervelde at Nyangwe for some of the Congo types. I shan't have to send Mavana for more tainted meat after all, for I find I can keep cultures of the germ Trypanosoma gambians, taken from the meat we got last month, almost indefinitely in tubes. When the time comes, I'll taint some fresh meat and feed my winged envoys a good dose. Then bon voyage to them. June 18th. My tsetse flies from Just came today. Cages for breeding were all ready long ago, and I am now making selections. Intend to use ultraviolet rays to speed up the life cycle. Fortunately, I have the needed apparatus in my regular equipment. Naturally, I tell no one of what I'm doing. The ignorance of the few men here makes it easy for me to conceal my aims and pretend to be merely studying existing species for medical reasons. June 29th. The crossing is fertile. Good deposits of eggs last Wednesday, and now I have some excellent larvae. If the mature insects look as strange as these do, I need to do nothing more. I'm preparing separate numbered cages for the different specimens. July 7th. New hybrids are out. Disguise is excellent as to shape, but sheen of wings still suggests Palpalis. Thorax has faint suggestions of the stripes of the tsetse, slight variation in individuals. I'm feeding them all on tainted crocodile meat, and after infectivity develops, we'll try them on some of the blacks. Apparently, of course, by accident. There are so many mildly venomous flies around here that it can easily be done without exciting suspicion. I shall loose an insect in my tightly screened dining room when Bata, my houseboy, brings in breakfast, keeping well on guard myself. When it has done its work, I'll capture or swat it, an easy thing because of its stupidity, or asphyxiate it by filling the room with chlorine gas. If it doesn't work the first time, I'll try again until it does. Of course, I'll have the terparsamide handy in case I get bitten myself. but I shall be careful to avoid biting, for no antidote is really certain. August 10th. Infectivity mature, and managed to get Bata stung in fine shape. Caught the fly on him, returning it to its cage. Eased up the pain with iodine, and the poor devil is quite grateful for the service. Shall try a variant specimen on Gamba, the Factor's messenger, tomorrow. That will be all the test I shall dare to make here, but if I need more I shall take specimens to Yakala and get additional data. August 11th. Failed to get Gamba, but recaptured the fly alive. Bata still seems as well as usual, and has no pain in the back where he was stung. Shall wait before trying to get Gamba again. August 14th. Shipment of insects from Vanderville at last. Fully 7 distinct species, some more or less poisonous. I'm keeping them well fed in case the CC crossing doesn't work. Some of these fellows look very unlike the Palpalis, but the trouble is that they may not make a fertile cross with it. August 17th. Goat Gamba this afternoon, but had to kill the fly on him. God Gamba. It nipped him in the left shoulder. I dressed the bite, and Gamba is as grateful as Bata was. No change in Bata. August 20th. Gamba unchanged so far. Bata too. Am experimenting with a new form of disguise to supplement the hybridization. Some sort of dye to change the telltale glitter of the Palpalis wings. A bluish tint would be best, something I could spray on a whole batch of insects. Shall begin by investigating things like Prussian and Turnbull's blue, iron and cyanogen salts. August 25th. Bata complained of pain in his back today. Things may be developing. September 3rd. Have made fair progress in my experiments. Bata shows signs of lethargy and says his back aches all the time. Gamba beginning to feel uneasy in his bitten shoulder. September 24th. Bata worse and worse, and beginning to get frightened about his bite, thinks it must be a devil fly, and entreated me to kill it, for he saw me cage it, until I pretended to him that it had died long ago. Said he didn't want his soul to pass into it upon his death. I give him shots of plain water with a hypodermic to keep his morale up. Evidently, the fly retains all the properties of the Palpalis. Gamba down, too, and repeating all of Bata's symptoms. I may decide to give him a chance with Treparsamade, for the effect of the fly is proved well enough. I shall let Bata go on, however, for I want a rough idea of how long it takes to finish a case. Dye experiments coming along finely. An isomeric form of ferrocyanide with some admixture of potassium salts can be dissolved in alcohol and sprayed on the insects with splendid effect. It stings the wings blue without affecting the dark thorax much, and doesn't wear off when I sprinkle the specimens with water. With this disguise, I think I can use the present CC hybrids and avoid bothering with any more experiments. Sharp as he is, Moore couldn't recognize a blue-winged fly with a half-CC thorax. Of course, I keep all this dye business strictly undercover. Nothing must ever connect me with the blue flies later on. October 9th. Bata is lethargic and is taken to his bed, having been given Gamba Treparsamide for 2 weeks, and fancy he'll recover. October 25th. Bata very low, but Gamba nearly well. November 18th. Bata died yesterday, and a curious thing happened which gave me a real shiver in view of the native legends and Bata's own fears. When I returned to the laboratory after the death, I heard the most singular buzzing and thrashing in cage 12, which contained the fly that bit Bata. The creature seemed frantic, but stopped still when I appeared, lighting on the wire netting and looking at me in the oddest way. It reached its legs through the wires as if it were bewildered. When I came back from dining with Alan, the thing was dead. Evidently it had gone wild and beaten its life out on the sides of the cages. Sides of the cage. It certainly is peculiar that this should happen just as Bata died. If any black had seen it, he'd have laid it at once to the absorption of the poor devil's soul. I shall start my blue-stained hybrids on their way before long now. The hybrid's rate of killing seems a little ahead of the pure Palpalis's rate, if anything. Bata died 3 months and 8 days after infection, but of course there is always a wide margin of uncertainty. I almost wish I had let Gamba's case run on. December 5th. Busy planning how to get my envoys to Moore. I must have them appear to come from some disinterested entomologist who has read his Diptera of Central and Southern Africa and believes he would like to study this new and unidentifiable species. There must also be ample assurances that the blue-winged fly is harmless, as proved by the natives' long experience. Moore will be off his guard, and one of the flies will surely get him sooner or later, though one can't tell just when. I'll have to rely on the letters of New York friends. They still speak of Moore from time to time to keep me informed of easy results, though I dare say the papers will announce his death. Above all, I must show no interest in his case. I shall mail the flies while on a trip, but must not be recognized when I do it. The best plan will be to take a long vacation in the interior, grow a beard, mail the package at Yukala while passing as a visiting entomologist, and return here after shaving off the beard. April 12th, 1930. Back in Magonga after my long trip. Everything has come off finely with clockwork precision. Have sent the flies to Moore without leaving a trace. Got a Christmas vacation December 15th, and set out at once with the proper stuff. Made a very good mailing container with room to include some germ-tainted crocodile meat as food for the envoys. By the end of February, I had beard enough to shape into a close Van Dyke. Showed up at Yukala March 9th and typed a letter to Moore on the trading post machine. Signed it Neville Wayland Hall, supposed to be an entomologist from London. Think I took just the right tone, interest of a brother scientist, and all that. Was artistically casual in emphasizing the complete harmlessness of the specimens. Nobody suspected anything. Shaved the beard as soon as I hit the bush, so that there wouldn't be any uneven tanning by the time I got back here. Dispensed with native bearers except for one small stretch of swamp. I can do wonders with one knapsack, and my sense of direction is good. Lucky I'm used to such traveling. Explain my protracted absence by pleading a touch of fever and some mistakes in direction when going through the bush. But now comes the hardest part. Physiologically. Psychologically. Waiting for news of Moore without showing the strain. Of course, he may possibly escape a bite until the venom is played out, but with his recklessness, the chances are 100 to 1 against him. I have no regrets. After what he did to me, he deserves this and more. June 30th, 1930. Hurrah! The first step worked. Just heard casually from Dyson of Columbia that Moore had received some new blue-winged flies from Africa, and that he is badly puzzled over them. No word of any bite, but if I know Moore's slipshod ways as I think I do, there'll be one before long. August 27th, 1930. Letter from Morton in Cambridge. He says Moore writes of feeling very run down and tells of an insect bite on the back of his neck from a curious new specimen that he received about the middle of June. Have I succeeded? Apparently Moore doesn't connect the bite with his weakness. If this is the real stuff, then Moore was bitten well within the insect's period of infectivity. September 12th, 1930. Victory. Another line from Dyson says that Moore is really in an alarming shape. He now traces his illness to the bite, which he received around noon on June 19th, and is quite bewildered about the identity of the insect. He's trying to get in touch with the Neville Wayland Hall, who sent him the shipment. Of the 100-odd that I sent, about 25 seem to have reached him alive. Some escaped at the time of the bite, but several larvae have appeared from eggs laid since the time of mailing. He is, Dyson says, carefully incubating these larvae. When they mature, I suppose he'll identify the C.C. Pallis hybridization. But that won't do him much good now. He'll wonder, though, why the blue wings aren't transmitted by heredity. November 8th, 1930. Letters from half a dozen friends tell of Moore's serious illness. Dyson's came today. He says Moore is utterly at sea about the hybrids that came from the larvae, and is beginning to think that the parents got their blue wings in some artificial way. Has to stay in bed most of the time now. No mention of using triparsamide. February 13th, 1931. Not so good. Moore is sinking, and seems to know no remedy, but I think he suspects me. Had a very chilly letter from Morton last month, which told nothing of Moore, and now Dyson writes, also rather constrainedly, that Moore is forming theories about the whole matter. He's been making a search for Wayland Hall by telegraph at London, Yukala, Nairobi, Mombasa, and other places, but of course finds nothing. I judge that he's told Dyson whom he suspects, but that Dyson doesn't believe it yet. Fear Morton does believe it. I see that I'd better lay plans for getting out of here and effacing my identity for good. What an end to a career that started out so well. More of Moore's work, but this time he's paying for it in advance. Believe I'll go back to South Africa, and meanwhile will quietly deposit funds there to the credit of my new self, Frederick Nasmith Mason of Toronto, Canada, broker in mining properties. Will establish a new signature for identification. If I never have to take the step, I can easily retransfer the funds to my present self. August 15th, 1931. Half a year gone and still suspense. Dyson and Morton, as well as several other friends, seem to have stopped writing me. Dr. James of San Francisco hears from Moore's friends now and then and says Moore is in an almost continuous coma. He hasn't been able to walk since May. As long as he could talk, he complained of being cold. Now he can't talk, though it is thought he still has glimmers of consciousness. His breathing is short and quick and can be heard some distance away. No question but that Trypanosoma gambiense is feeding on him, but he holds out better than the inwards around here. 3 months and 8 days finished Bata, and here Moore is alive and over a year after his biting. Heard rumors last month of an intensive search around Yukala for Wayland Hall. Don't think I need to worry yet, though, for there's absolutely nothing in existence to link me with this business. October 7th, 1931. It's over at last. News in the Mombasa Gazette. Moore died September 20th after a series of trembling fits and with a temperature vastly below normal. So much for that. I said I'd get him, and I did. The paper had a 3-column report of his long illness and death, and of the futile search for Wayland Hall. Obviously, Moore was a bigger character in Africa than I had realized. The insect that bit him has now been fully identified from the surviving specimens and developed larvae, and the wing staining is also detected. It is universally realized that the flies were prepared and shipped with intent to kill. Moore, it appears, communicated certain suspicions to Dyson, but the latter and the police are maintaining secrecy because of absence of proof. All of Moore's enemies are being locked up, and the Associated Press hints that an investigation possibly involving an eminent physician now abroad will follow. Yeah, we're almost to the end of the first part here. One thing at the very end of the report, undoubtedly, the cheap romancing of a yellow journalist gives me a curious shudder in view of the legends of the blacks and the way the fly happened to go wild when Bata died. It seems that an odd incident occurred on the night of Moore's death, Dyson having been aroused by the buzzing of a blue-winged fly, which immediately flew out the window. Just before the nurse telephoned the death news from Moore's home, miles away in Brooklyn. But what concerns me most is the African end of the matter. People at Yukala remember the bearded stranger who typed the letter and sent the package, and the constabulary are combing the country for any blacks who may have carried him. I didn't use many, but if officers question the Ubanders who took me through the Nkini jungle belt, I'll have more to explain than I like. It looks as if the time has come for me to vanish. So, tomorrow I believe I'll resign and prepare to start for parts unknown. November 9th, 1931. Hard work getting my resignation acted on, but release came today. I didn't want to aggravate suspicion by decamping outright. Last week I heard from James about Moore's death, but nothing more than is in the papers. Those around him in New York seem rather reticent about details, though they all talk about a searching investigation. No word from any of my friends in the East. Moore must have spotted some dangerous suspicions around before he lost consciousness. But there isn't an iota of proof he could have adduced. Still, I am taking no chances. On Thursday, I shall start for Mombasa. And when there, we'll take a steamer down the coast of Durban. After that, I shall drop from sight, but soon afterward, the mining properties broker Frederick Nasmith Mason from Toronto will turn up in Johannesburg. Let this be the end of my journal. If in the end I am not suspected, it will serve its original purpose after my death and reveal what would otherwise not be known. Quick test there. Yeah, I'll give Nightbot a sub someday. For now... let me see here. If, on the other hand, these suspicions do materialize and persist, it will confirm and clarify the vague charges and fill in many important and puzzling gaps. Of course, if danger comes my way, I shall have to destroy it. Let's see. Nice. Exclamation didn't work, that's alright. Anyway. If danger comes my way, I shall have to destroy it. The final for now. Well, Moore is dead, as he amply deserves to be. Now Dr. Thomas Slaunwhite is dead, too. And when the body formerly belonging to Thomas Slaunwhite is dead, the public may have this record. That'll do it for part 1. Get to part 2 next Tuesday, hopefully. I believe it's just, yeah, a 2-parter. So we'll finish it off a week from now. Let's go ahead and make the thumbnails for now for both Hypnos and part 1 of the Winged Death. Looking good to that for now. All right. Alright, exciting enough. Great place to be. Right here and now. Good to go. Carry on. Good fun. Alrighty. For Hypnos, we have pretty good ideas like sleeping or such for some of that, so let's see what we can find. Some rather weird ones. Just thinking of it in the bed or such, but that'll work pretty well too. Want it to be too big in size, so let's see how that is. Get the point across. Hopefully. Why were you not fit in the right place? That's alright. Almost does. Smooth that little S over. Get it to work, you know. Fine enough, though. Yeah, I think Discord is fine. Should be alright. So B for Hypnos. And get a darker green, perhaps. Yeah, that's pretty good. Nah, I want it a little brighter than that. Good colors. Darker or brighter. That's a tricky one, yeah. I'm trying to find the exact right amounts, but it's kind of like bright, vibrant, but we'll find the right one here. That's for Hypnos. Yeah, about a week ago for that, right? So let me see. Yeah, Hypnos, yeah, for that. Okay, that's the good thumbnail for now. Find the newest one here in a moment. Let's get that slightly bigger size though. Maybe 40 is good. Maybe 50 is good. Close enough, right? Yeah, it gets the point across. Alright, Hypnos looking good. Have that all set. Now I'll find a new one for Wing Death. Maybe a mosquito or something would be fitting for that, but we shall see. That's it for Hypnos. Upload later, and I'll just get started on for later. If we can find a mosquito. More like abstract one. The mosquito. Oh, that's a pretty good one. Kind of, yeah, eerie with that. Rare disease. Yeah, I guess the feeling across, like I feel like. Winged Death, yep. Usually like to be more like artwork, like drawings, but this works. Yeah, just Winged Death for that. Try to make bolder letters for this if possible would be nice. Maybe get a special font here. Well, impact is pretty impactful, I guess. I don't know if there's any much more fancy than that. That would work, yeah. Wanted to just look a bit more mystical, you know, a bit more fantastic, but there's only so many options on these, so no, I'll just go with that. I'd like it to be a little better, but it's only a little bigger, but it's only so much room. That will fit here. Gets the point across, I suppose. Let's try for that. Yeah, it just does not want to fit both of them in the same area. Which is weird, you know. But I can get around that. Creativity. No, actually. That looks kind of good like that, I guess, but... Maybe that's good like that. I mean, it's less straightforward, more interesting. Alright, let's try that just for the fun of it. Must be more straightforward, but Winged Death for now. Alright, looks good enough to me. Do Winged Death part 1, part 2, maybe try it the different way the next time around just for the fun of it. That's Winged Death, save to Dragon's Roost, and we are good. Alright, hope you enjoyed our reading so far. Thanks to Deadman and Carissa for joining me in chat so far. The rest of you are doing well. Chat with you soon, get other feedback and things, and I close the browser for that. Hunt captures be shown later. Yeah, we will get to micro here soon. For now, Winged Death. Good for now, and I suppose we will get straight to Darkest Dungeon for the first time. Already, wow. It's a week. It's already been a week here. Busy week, I guess, so. Man. Yeah, we didn't even play it last time, actually. Yeah, I wanted to, so. Already been a week here. We'll pick it up where we left off to make a little bit of progress. Time we have left tonight. We shall enjoy. Alrighty, let's get to it then. We'll get Chris, I think, for the raid. Yeah, Port Edmonds to come with the Forsaken or whatever it's called. The some interesting character. Yeah, Forsworn, I think. Something like that. And that'd be good. Maybe find a good one for Carissa for now. Thank you for the raid. Bring chat to life. Mobile stream Easter, so appreciate that in itself. Even if no direct support, still supportive, good fun. So let's get to it. Onward we go to good times. Lurking all looking good for now. Alrighty, yeah, already been a week here. Been crazy to me, but that will do it.
Ruin has come to our family.
A few good achievements last time, making good progress. Yeah, fully upgraded the blacksmith. So that's good. Just because I was forgetting the name of that workshop we haven't enabled yet. That's Forsaken, yeah. So it's like the Warcraft Undead faction, the Forsaken. So look forward to that soon. Forsaken or Dead Man. For now, I can get Chris Achillejoys. Perhaps should be a good Hellion. Yeah, we had that Hellion with a good Hypnos and such last time. So take a little look at that. Avatars in decent position, I think. Yeah, I'm a little off to the side, so they'll fall off the screen, but not a big deal. Yep, Lurk emote, we celebrate for the night. Just thinking, yeah, putting it permanently here on live scene to celebrate for the night, but it's there, you know, meant to be used and enjoyed. So another thing we will leave to the community, at least in potential, to enjoy and check it out. Good to go for now.
Our estate was the envy of this land.
Check other stream teams later. I think you can do that from other website like Twitch Checker. I forgot what it was. I know there's somewhere you can check that though, but stream teams should be okay. Take a look at that later. I think we're alright for now. In any case, you know, positive, fun time. Good experience with it, we'll see. To the lights, yep, so want me to do those dang shards, endless mod, I guess that'd be a good warm-up, even though I just hate it in general. Got Elsa, Shieldbreaker, Candy, Shieldbreaker, Montcanisi, I was thinking other, yeah, I think, Chris, without a shout-out tonight, does seem a bit like a Hellion, so why don't we make our legendary Hellion, so it'll be a Trelly. Trelly is a good enough name, but I think it would be more fun to have Chris as one, so let me get those colors ready. I think a good pink for her would be pretty good. We had a few pinks and purples, but debuffs, miss, poison, blight, count. Now there was one with like more pink. Was it like just the pink in itself? That's really, I do pink without meaning to do pink. That's the weird thing. Maybe pink is like the default one. So yeah, bye Trelly, we'll see you later. So it was just trying to remember here. Yeah, you do that, and then it was by default pink. Yeah, I guess so. So it might be good just for Carissa, Killy Joyce. Just have it as hot pink, why not? I think we had someone else with that, like Sofa, yeah, Sofa also was. Well, we could make him purple perhaps, so we had other purple in here recently. Not many purples, yeah, Grim is purple, I think. Because his is a bit darker, but since, yeah, Carissa not, I mean, Carissa, good lady, Sofa not a woman for us, I know, maybe we want to do purple for Sofa. It's kind of a magenta for that. Might not be worth the effort though. Let me see here. That's interesting, it deleting itself like that. Don't know what to think about that. Alright, let's do purple for him, that's fine. Purple down here. Yeah, purple is actually J capital R T E, and the tricky one is either hyphen or the tilde. I think it's the hyphen, but apparently it is not. Alright, let me just reset all this, that's fine. Try that again. Yeah, it's hard when it's black like that, that's the trickiest part. But I want those good, you know, names for everyone, so. Alright, once more here, we got J, R, T, E, maybe it is, tilde, then C. Yep, I did it. Little Sofa. Now we got it. Great. Easy enough, so yeah, little Sofa purple, Grim be purple, and red for that one, red for a couple of them, dark red, I think they say critical or something. Favelot green, Solaria, Kickstarter color, I believe. We had some orange there, other rare, yellow. Shipleft, not sure what happened with his. I think he What happened with his? Huh. Maybe we can fix his real quick. Easy enough. Let's do a blue for him. That's good for the nautical type of terms. Alrighty, and yeah, slip the other miasma, silverback the good gray, other miasma for twins. Actually, like a brighter one that might be crystalline or something. Lupus, other silver, Moga, virtuous. The other one's a regular name for regular characters, not named for Dragon Knights, so pretty good there. So far, yeah, an Alucard course with the Blight Plague, so I guess I will start off with that annoying ass farm, and I have a really tough time these recent caretaker, absolutely hating. Week 100 we'll get Dark Dungeon. We gotta get some good marking targets, marking characters for the Hag, because yeah, defeated by the Hag twice with that crazy OP Cauldron. Yeah, I just want to see activity. Those are the ones that came back. That good looking team there. Montefiquete, in need of some treatment though. Take this offer for now, I suppose. The ring, I'll just put that on someone else real quick. Those seem kind of zoomed out, don't they? Ah, maybe the inventory mod isn't applying right now. Usually they were half size, so I'm wondering if it got bugged out somehow. Well, we shall see. There is some updates they haven't worked out, so we definitely need that re-enabled if it's not. But anyway, she is fearful with our prismatic isolation. We'll only meditate, so we know where to put her. Straight to the cloister. Alright. Good enough for now. Leper, treatment, everyone else is fine. Might as well though, try to get those shards. Rather just get the thing from the stars in a regular dungeon, but since that's random, I can't guarantee it'll happen for this week. And since each dungeon counts as the whole week. Might as well try one more time for that annoying farmstead. At least we have the specific characters for that. They do get the charms back. We noticed, yeah, they did survive with these. So that is good. Let's figure out a good team for now. Decent charms. Torch levels. Decent abilities. Yeah, didn't have withstand last time. That's good resistance. Intimidate, yeah, both things good for the front. Don't have Hue this time. Hopefully. Oh, I mean, I could switch it out. I don't have to stick with that. Interesting. Let's see what works out better here. Intimidate, yeah, bypass stealth. That's good in itself. I do really like that Hue. The chop, also good though. Damage mod less on that, but still very powerful with 2 enemies with it. Heal self isn't bad either. Kinda need that stuff in the farm, so. See who our support is though. We got a couple supports for that. Wasn't there more than that? Did I dismiss the rest? I just got tired of them. Well, that's not good. I don't even have a... That's why, yeah, the gesture wasn't working out. Where's the 4th one? Yeah, I don't want to send any regular hero there, because they die, they actually die. These ones come back, the mercenaries. Huh. Apparently did not have as many as I thought. Yeah, 28 foes last time, not great. Let me check the stagecoach, we'll get some more here. Yeah, I don't have any support still, but that's all of them is... Leper, Crusader, and Flagellant, so... Fortunately... Vestal or such didn't come back. Maybe it would tell me if I... dismissed them or something. Fully upgraded the stagecoach. Huh. What happened to the other ones? Cured some diseases. It would tell me if I dismissed them. Man, they are chatting quite a lot back there. Turn from the search for holy meaning. Yeah, I don't know if I dismissed them at some point or what, but... oh well. So the closest we have to support, yeah, would be the Plague Doctor. And then we could use the Flagellant, but he's not very good in the third position, so let's get someone else. So yeah, Plague Doctor.
What better laboratory than the blood-soaked battlefield?
And that'll be for fourth position is fine, yeah. We can have him in the fourth position, not using Incision. Third position, Grave Robber. Won't be too bad. Yeah, nice, it shows the fully upgraded gear. Yeah, fourth position, at least we'll have some options there. Yeah, that looks fine. Yeah, the bottom one then, because she already stuff all ready to go. Don't need to switch anything out. Doesn't make any difference. But move her forward if needed, back if needed. Throw some daggers, throw some darts.
To those with a keen eye, gold gleams like a dagger's point.
I didn't get any shards for last time, and it took quite a while just to get those 28 foes. So better luck this time, I guess. But anyway. Got him in position. Now I need the rest of the charms. Since I do come back with them, you might as well use all the ancestral and rare ones you can. Yeah, these are supposed to be some good ones. She's likely to die, I feel like, so might as well get that in her. Do not need to resolve XP, so we'll not be taking that. Don't need any dark things for the farmstead, probably. Alright. Death Store, max HP, less max, more damage, and I'm gonna use that, I guess. Grave Robber specific ones, it's not really showing that class restriction. There you go. Yeah, plenty of Grave Robbers. Equip all trinkets on all heroes. Whoa! Why would I do that? That's intense. Alright, well. Not finding much, yeah, except a couple things like that. Damage is blighted. See if the Plague Doctor is using +2 speed, doesn't hurt, but I want to give her rare stuff ideally. Is Plague Doctor using blight first of all? Yeah, a little bit of blight. No marking, no guarding for the most part. I don't know. If we get the job done though. Yeah, it's weird, these filters I never really tried for here before, so kind of strange. Don't really need damage on him, so that's kind of a waste. Yeah, I got a couple of those. I don't want an Alucard at the moment. These good ones too. But we can just put those on him for now. Blight, stun, stress though. So if he doesn't have stun, that is not worth it. He does not have. Okay, he does have stun on that one. That's good. He's got the damage buff and the heal. Be pretty good. Tried a few things there. Yep. One more charm for him. We can do. Yeah, not the melee one, because at that point. Don't know if there's Eldritch in there, so I'd be kind of ashamed to waste the dodge. If I don't actually realize that. More stress, I could balance that out with that, perhaps. Don't have any dodge things anyway, so range skills. Are the support ones considered range? No, they're not actually. That's just range for attacking, so these are just considered support items. Well, accuracy doesn't hurt. Help a little for the stress. Less dodge, but it's worth it. Alright, so as long as I get all these back, nothing wasted. Yeah, like these, very special. Got the double virtue on that. Death blow, good amount for that. Do more damage on Death's Door. Resistance and max health. Could yeah, double down on those. We have virtue, I feel like. Just yeah, doubling for virtue for him. These are pretty standard ones for him, but Kind of the best that I could see. Unless I wanted to add something like this. But I want to mess with that max HP, really. It's in position 1, so that's good. Yeah, less virtue, it's alright. Yeah, I think it'll work with. Last time, 28 foes. See if it's even worth it. Otherwise, I'm just never gonna do this again, probably, so... At least for the rest of the playthrough, list of the save slot, so... Hopefully we'll get some shards this time. Last time we didn't make it to the first checkpoint, it was tough. I was having a dream they couldn't go back in the Darkest Dungeon. See what they can do this time. Yeah, pretty much as good as we'll get for these mercenaries. We'll get to the Dragon Knights, so they're fun, and the bosses, and progress here and there. So we can at least get through some of this and make use of this one more time. Lights, extra shards, because yeah, shards are useful if you can use them. But we'll see. Yeah, inventory mod did not save. I had a feeling something messed up with that, so I'm back to standard inventory. Let me go ahead and fix that now rather than later. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened with that, but everything will be saved here. Let me see if I can re-enable. Yeah, I just got taken out altogether, so that's unfortunate. Maybe they saw it was too powerful or something. Let's, yeah, probably restart the game. Find that. That's funny, though. Alright, back to the Darkest Dungeon workshop. For search of a new inventory mod, since that was a big difference. Ooh, Templar could be fancy. Gem Hunter looking ridiculous. Leper rework and stuff. Alright, what happened to my beloved inventory mod? There has got to be some better ones around here. There has got to be something. Bigger inventory and cheaper shop. Make it easier, but you don't show any pictures. It's kind of hard to tell if it's worth it or not. The actual expansion and such. Yeah, this one doesn't seem much different. 16 to 18. Yeah, that one being doubled made quite the difference in itself. This is, yeah, like Crimson Court stuff, but 18 inventory slots. Yeah, I really liked having twice as much. Oh, 40, that might be it. Yeah, it looks better to me. Whatever weird mods he has going here, but I'm not sure why it shows it up there, though. That's kind of weird. Well, that might be foreign language, but if it works, it works. Let me give it a try. Yeah, I do believe we need to restart the game to actually apply it, so go ahead and do that. And be back in a moment. Yep, tricky things, but we'll get started here. Just hoping the harvest isn't too bad this time. And then we'll make progress and back to the standard game in a bit. Let that cloud progress synchronize and upload. See a couple friends so far today. It's good enough. Get what we need, you know. Kickstarter fun. Second game only about a month away, so not too long. Want to finish most? Yeah, get that Crimson Court started. For that. Can be opened. We'll see if this does the trick. First, see the changes, yeah, in the hamlet, in the main menu and all. Go from there.
In time, you will know the tragic extent of my failings.
Pretty crazy stuff a bit, but take a look. No difference for resolution. It says it can be opened, so see if that's a bit of a difference. First thing else here for the provisions. That maybe change things. Yeah, so you can tell it's a completely different area. It just moves the inventory. And you can open it and close it, which will be strange, but yeah, I'll figure out the actual dungeon itself. For now, this doesn't affect things too much. Caretaker, different. Yeah, he looks a lot different because it's past week 100, I guess. Or maybe this is because of the endless mode. So you'll see how it is in the actual dungeon. I need to spend too much money on this, but I have enough to work with. We shall see. Alright, let's check it out for now. Hopefully make better progress than last
The
time.
poor miller. Thrice a victim. The seasons took his livelihood. I took his land. And now, uncountable years later, the comet has taken his humanity. My only regret is that I did not live to see that shoddy mill smashed to pieces by the miraculous bounty I reaped from beyond the void.
Fields, Barren Curse. Alright. So yeah, I will have to see how to work with this. So let me go back to the mod, see if you can minimize it or not. It's kind of weird to have it on the screen there, but alright. Let's see if it gives any controls. Click map inventory button. Back and forth. What button? There is no button. Hold on. Change into map, it won't cover up. Q and E. If you can't use supply in battle, try to move an overlap character. There's gotta be a way to minimize it. Click map inventory button. Yeah, where is the map? There's no map. So maybe it's moved in the wrong position. Maybe that's not a very good mod. More likely, huh? I can't figure out how to use it just from here. Damn. Well, it was worth a try. I tried. Sad, yeah, the other one just got removed. I guess it was too good or something. This one it works, but come on, it blocks the whole screen and you can't see the map. Alright, we will solve this. So yeah, unsubscribe to that one. And we will get a new one here, just a moment. Cannot be opened. There must be 24 slots. Other one's gonna make it like half as big, but yeah, 24 better than the default one. Huh. They made a Geralt character. They did make a Witcher character, that is funny. It's like the bounty hunter. 4 trinkets. 4 trinkets, that'd be a little too powerful. What characters having more than 2 trinkets? Trinket slots. What? Oh dear. Now we got more slots though, that's good. Seems like I get more of the other one. Right? Can't even tell, yeah, if this is good or not. Kind of a weird icon for it. If it works though. Very strange. 8 slots to equip trinkets. 24 inventory slots. Both of your weapons and armor slots are moved off screen, allowing their slots for trinkets. Oh my goodness. Alright, you make it too confusing. Try something else. Gotta be something that works here. What is that one? That kind of fancy there. Kraken Hunter, yeah, look at all those. Some funny ones. Yeah, internet issues. Swine Scavenger. Okay, there was some good ones. 50% more instead of, yeah, twice, but stack size reduced. You gotta be kidding me with that. You just make a decent one. Non-squish. What do you mean squish? 4 extra inventory slots. What? Yeah, very good for that. Inventory expansion, anti-squish. Oh, that just means for the images they get squished down. I see what you mean. How about this? Is this more room at least? Yeah, seems to be a lot more room in the case. So that is what I want. Let's see if we can get it to have enough there. One more restart then. We'll get there. Quick resync and all. Quick update for the workshop. And we relaunch. We'll get there in a bit by bit. Just funny, yeah, they disappeared the other one, so I probably was unsported. Probably somebody didn't like it. I have no idea. Thought it was too good. Probably beats me. We'll figure it out. Let's give that one a try. We'll keep going till we get a good one. Forsaken come later. Inventory expansion. I like the last one. It was good. I forgot the actual name of it, but yeah, it seems like it was taken down.
The poor miller. Thrice a victim. The seasons took his livelihood. I took his land. And now, uncountable years later, the comet has taken his humanity. My only regret is that I did not live to see that shoddy mill smashed to pieces by the miraculous bounty I reaped from beyond the void.
Okie dokie then. Hey, looking good. Looking pretty good. Oh wait. It's the same room, it just like squished them. We'll have to see when I get more items, I guess, but hopefully it's actually more room. If not, yeah, we'll deal with it bit by bit. Oh, I got some sugar gliders real quick. Hold on. Yeah, friends sent me their sugar gliders. Let's take a look. They're really cool animals. Interesting. That is so awesome. Thank Alright, hopefully inventory works for now. Let us carry on. Where the heck's the map? There is no map in the harvest or something? Maybe there isn't, I don't know. Yeah, I couldn't find the map earlier, that's what was freaking me out. Maybe there isn't a map on the endless harvest. Could be. Did I bring torches? I guess you don't need torches either. So hopefully the torchlight is above. It's not for this. The sun ring. I'm very confused. I don't like this mode at all. This area is just not good. We'll hopefully get further than last time. It's really hard just to get that first checkpoint though. Alright, there's no map, no time of day, anything. Let's just figure it out. These characters. Warm up, it's been a week. Gotta get together. And damage was blighted. That's actually good on that. 50% damage. I'm blighted now. That's excellent. Stone dagger compared to flashing daggers.
This is how a life
Is there a really big difference on that? That one is built-in better blight, so I should have always been using that, the grave robber. Whereas this one does have the debuff for bleeding. This one is for marked, but again I don't have a marked one. Damn, it should have marked and yeah, blight then. And it's a self buff. That's interesting. It's like, why would you really use that versus that? The crit mod is more. Yeah, there's everything better about that ability. This one you hit 2 enemies is the difference. That's the main difference. But yeah, thrown dagger, pretty good. Alright, we'll see. Figure it out here, bit by bit.
How quickly the tide turns.
Back to that good action. Good adventure this time, Tuesday night. Maybe early stream tomorrow, depending how the rest of the tonight goes. Let's enjoy the few minutes at least we have for now. More time to come. Yeah, first time I took off Hugh for him, really. Not going back now, but... Stand is good. Oh well, we'll be fine. And revenge, I can't help. Just the debuff for the rest of the battle, I think.
Annihilated.
It'll be fine though. Try to make some progress. These mercenaries, quite a bit different, but I ought to destroy that actually. Get a buff in, I guess. Good buff for Plague Doctor. So I need to move her forward. Let's destroy that first of all, yeah.
Another abomination, cleansed from our lands.
Good heal, that's just a crit heal, I guess.
Destroyed.
Take care of that. Absolutely. Nice to stun that one, but does have a lot of resistance, so not likely. It's got a heal too, that's good. Inspiring Cry, different than the battle heal, but it's good for stress and torch. Less powerful than the battle heal though. Probably should have switched that. Oh well, Plague Doctor has the bandages. Let's get that. There's Master Repose, debuff for stress. But he'll get that virtue. Most likely get the virtue, so he's one I would not cure stress on, I guess. Save it for someone else. Yeah, on and on. This thing. Fields.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
That's pretty good.
Such a
Few
terrible
attacks,
assault
back and
cannot be left unanswered.
forth. The resume for inspired later. We shall see. Latinum needed for him. Alright. Stun resistance. And it does clear out corpses and shuffle, so be fine. Let's do straightforward attacks for bypass stealth on one of them, but not at the moment. Alright, just a little bit of that. Torch will be affected because I realize there's no torchlight in the farm. Oh well. Let's get rid of that.
Be gone, fiend.
Good self-heal on that crit. Interesting. No debuff removal. Let's say use some herbs, but these aren't too bad. Interesting debuffs, though. Alright, can I use the plague grenade because they're in the front, so it'll have to be buff, I suppose. Keep them buffed for a couple rounds.
Festering fear
Platinum on
consumes
him.
the mind.
Does have more stress from the stun ray. I should probably just take that off if it's not even affecting him. We can't take it off in combat, but yeah, try that in a bit. For now, we take the leather. Don't want to deal with that. You want to cure the scarecrow, kill the scarecrow, but yeah.
Decimated.
59 damage and a good buff, so that is impressive. Alright, no stun for him. Just chop him down. Smite. funny. Yeah, I hope they keep all those charms. There's not some fluke or something. That'd be pretty sad. I think we'll be alright though. Yeah. We'll get him really done. Blight should kill him with 4 HP. Eventually. 90% resistance, but it made it. Wow. Alright, let me just put that on, I guess. Mark himself. Be a tanking leper for a moment. Buffs. Yep, next lightning be used quite quickly. Provisions help. No camping, really.
Grievous injury.
Oh, yeah.
Palpable fear.
Pretty good amount. Sevens. Come on then. Let's see what we can do. Frame drop decent enough. Believe we are broadcasting fine. Stable. Should finish him off. Try to heal or something. Not much of a heal. Use the bandages on himself.
The slow death. Unforeseen. Unforgiving.
Latinum ready versus Blight. This is very good.
Confidence surges
Marker
as the
not,
enemy
yeah.
crumbles.
Throwing dagger, putting in the work. 59 again. If only we have that for the bosses and such. That is good. Alright, last Latinum. Might as well use it early. And we can heal the party. Now I heal one. Hard to realize, yeah, the group heal doesn't do much, but it cures, I guess, is that's more powerful. 100% resistance to stun doesn't mean you can't be stunned. Pretty good amount of resistance. Yeah, hard to get these big rewards here. I don't know. I even did that last time. Maybe I'm better prepared this time. And the charms do gotta help the trinkets. They do gotta help a good amount. Get some darts. That's always something.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
Yeah, I'll keep the buff on him. That's pretty good. They don't seem to be effective on marking or not, so. Wonder why these are disabled. Maybe you can only do it so many times. Yeah, 2 uses per battle. Problem with the farmstead here seems to think the battle is the entire area, so I might screw myself bringing those at all. Like the Jester can only do 1 finale for the entire dungeon, basically. So, it'd be nice if it actually counted as an actual battle like a regular dungeon, not just the entire freaking level. But we'll see. Probably that's the case. It's very annoying. That is how it is. Like I said, I'm not going to do this mode very often, much more, so it'll be alright. Alright, I have no group attacks. This would be a great time for that, but I do not.
Another one falls.
So we'll finish them one by one. Fight to the bitter end. Yeah, you fight till they die, so the Martyr's Seal is a good one to have for this area, because they're definitely going to be on death's door eventually. Oh dear. You nasty crystal. Use that, I guess. Get 1 use of that per battle. Count for the whole area. Much else to do with him at the moment. So we reshuffle, get out of combat. Still in the first combat, right? So, yeah. Can't hit that from the behind. Can't get that position.
A death by inches.
We shall see. Alright, that gives it for that.
Safe from the comet's maddening light. For now.
Feeling this will be disabled or something. Let's see what we have here. Lowest HP, be on the leper. The rotted fair. Blow off some steam, it said. Oh, that's for stress, no doubt. I don't think you use anything on that, like shovel or something. I think these are just like instant rewards. You don't need to use any consumables. Choose one for stress relief, he even tells you this time. So yeah, he's the stressed, he even has extra stress. Take out that sun ring, let me see what the effects are real quick. After that. Okay, so for this sun ring, it would do 10% damage. It says 25% to trinkets, 17 to 33. So if I take it off, maybe just perpetual light. Yep, it actually does boost, interestingly. You do see that it's boosted there, so maybe it just max 100% torch then in the miasma. Seems to be the case. Might as well eat some of this while I can, otherwise I'm not really saving it for anything, so not much room, but once that I do have room, that'll be fine. Interesting enough. Figure out the rest. Good cycle, good time. Gonna be great. Good enough. Give me just 1 second before we press onward. Alright, no need for broadcast test. I see it on the side there, purple activity at least, so yeah, we don't really need to look at it. Thumbnail. Let's press on. Just that holy water. Maybe a little bit there. Hard to get that big reward, but you can try. Progress. That good damage versus blight definitely helps. Tell if they have blighted, you just know. For effect, basically.
Destroy them all.
Some holy water shortly. Gonna destroy that if I can. Yes. Pop one of those. Finish it off, I guess. It's a tricky area, so best we can. We shall see. Stun him. Get some damage. Why not? Stun the giant. Oh, the roots. Could cure that. It's only 2 rounds, though. Not the worst. Didn't affect much, yeah. Speed and accuracy, it's okay. There you go. Clean him up. We'll get him as well. I might as well smite. Since you can't stun again anyway, well, we can, but it's resistance. Good amount of resistance. Back and forth. We shall try. Things will be fun to get to. Like that zombie army. I'll play that a bit on our own. We'll see. It was interesting. Finish Wolfenstein and such, though. Here you go. Have fun with mobile streams. Yeah, and Grim, we had a few people mobile stream last weekend's. It was a pretty good time. Alright, secure that out right away. Do need to finish him, so why not? Start bandages on him, perhaps. Could have given Death's Door to him. He'd be dying faster than her, so switch out some of these trinkets, perhaps. He's looking like death's door, coming pretty quick. Give her the sun ring, give him the martyr seal, perhaps. Why not? Cure that out. I'm gonna get lunge on it, I guess. Best option this time.
Back to the pit.
And then we'll fade her back in a moment. They're more likely to attack her in the front or wide. Let's heal them up. Tad bit of potions. See if that buff is indeed disabled. Yeah, like I said, they like to pick on the leper.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
Figure this out here. Gotta move back.
Masterfully executed.
Just gonna fade back for her, most likely. Try to do right strategy. I see you can switch trinkets mid-battle, but not how it works. Back in position. He needs to go on the front, though. That's right. Lobbing it in. I can be reactionary. Try to heal them. They'll just take more damage. So death's door inevitable. Let's see. See what's better. Oh boy. It's a bit tough. We'll try to make it fairly lovely and fun. Oh man. Yeah, I might have to do that. That could heal them. Get a stun in. Forward in a moment. Let's do some healing for now. Stun him up. Back and forth in position, trying to make the right calls here. I just do not like this mode at all, but the hag is probably worse than anything in the hardest. I have to say. Breaker stealth, still in stealth. It's interesting. Cannot be hit by targets. Yeah, he does more damage in position 1, so might as well just take this opportunity to heal. Give him that death's door afterwards, because he's looking pretty likely for that. Withstanding, it wouldn't hurt to put it on him, it's just that this is just good for squishy type of characters. You want to get the max HP back is the problem. It's gonna start with the max HP. He'll just basically have the extra HP at the end of it there, but it would not apply to his current health, so unless you have like full healing or something in the next in between battles, it would not actually be very good to switch that out. Besides the death's door resistance and the crit and damage at death's door, which will definitely happen to everyone eventually, but I'm just trying to think if it's better to maybe put it on them earlier. Clear out that aberration.
Executed with impunity.
Absolutely. Got those other weird effects yet, so we will see. Alright, might as well heal now. Not quite much use, not really much in the first one. Regeneration, that's annoying. Try to finish that Miller. Front head off quickly then. There you go. You want to move him back in position, but at least he gets some solid health. Oh dear. Yeah, there's no reason to escape empty-handed, that's for sure. Horse or the scarecrow versus would probably make more sense. So, move back and forth. The region won't matter too much. Does depend. Yeah, So you can't withstand or buff them because for whatever reason the farmstead counts as one big battle, even the battles in between. Maybe switching out their area does, but it didn't seem like it just for now last time, so gotta take nobody with limited uses per battle abilities, which is really crazy to me, but it's the way it was designed. We've got to adapt to the way it was designed for whatever reason. Because I think even other areas where it changes the miasma torch there doesn't count as an actual new battle. Definitely this one and the same one does not, so it's pretty insane to me. Out, throw the dagger at the scarecrow. If we get the chance. Little green potions. Stun 100%, yeah, might as well smite them. She'll finish him off with a dagger, but he's got a few things. Light pretty good. Don't have many options here, might as well heal, I guess.
Compassion is a rarity in the fevered pitch of battle.
Horse coming to trample, that's a big one. Out of position, even worse. Dagger on him though. Oh, close one for that. Not many options here. At least he's back in the front though.
Alone does not dissuade the sharpened
15%
blade.
does make a bit of a difference. Shuffle around. We take care of both. One for the other, one at a time. Let's lance him, I guess. 70% on that miss. And here's the explosion. That's really devastating. You do not want that to happen.
The abyss.
Stress and heavy damage.
The boldest gaze.
Holy. I almost had that scarecrow kill. I guess it's on one
The
of
instruments pause, but the symphony will soon continue.
Alright, because he's taking all that damage, yeah, it might be better at the martyr seal to him. Switch those around. It seems like a pretty good idea to me. Now he has a max HP and he will heal. Looks to be enough for all. Let's see if that works. Yep, heals everyone. Okay. Well, that's good. Maybe the other campfire needs 4. Don't have any more latinum. Don't need to use any more health. They didn't actually get topped on, but that's kind of funny. Oh well. It will be fine. Stacky, I kind of grayed out different items here, but hoping it actually has more room. Don't know if it actually inventory mod worked or not, but find out for the regular dungeon soon enough. Alright, we'll reform. Yeah, it seemed to be a better martyr seal on him than her. That seems a bit more fitting to me. He just always gets target in any case, even though I can't do that other. Combat abilities, that is so insane. See if the miasma changes it. I have a feeling it won't, because I already tried the gesture of the last party. Well, let's see. The light bends to gleaming. Now we have different enemies.
An encounter from the past, or perhaps the
Can
future.
we use those limited abilities again or not? Then worthwhile, we will find out in a moment. Carrying big resistance to blight, so we're not going to hit them. That. Some other things, though.
Death waits for the slightest lapse in concentration.
Let's find out. Yep, the buff again is removed, so now we know for certainty. In the farmstead, any limited uses per battle, it counts for the entire dungeon, not the levels, not the battles, not the different torch types. It's for the entire area, the entire dungeon, the entire attempt. So it is not worth to bring those abilities at all. And now we know. For a fact. That's pretty intense. Oh well. Let's see what we can do. Now that that's settled, I got that cure in. That's good. It's a bit of a free. I'm just going to turn it for one more offense. So he got the poison right back. So it goes. Oh yeah. Some of that. Get you some antivenom. Alright. Yeah, pretty good stun resistance, so this might be the best option. Nearly got him here. He's gonna blindly, so heavy damage. Still good to do. Finishing that one. Yeah, no group abilities also really suck. On the mark, you know, can live without, but protection, healing, support. Several things you want to once probably always could have group abilities. And some defensive tank and support and damage. I mean, depends. But all in good balance. Very low blight resistance on him, so that'll be another stack at least. He should be finished off by a dagger. Oh, heavy skull toss on there though. Thankfully all I hear is you get everything back, but yeah, I might just never do this again, I don't know. Just ignore it for the rest of the save slot, let's see. Exciting for that one. Chop him down. Good stuff. Yeah, be sad if you did lose the trinkets and such, but make sure you do not. Tempting to go for those, but it's more tempting to kill him.
A brilliant confluence of skill and purpose.
Cool. These can't be stunned, of course. They have 400% resistance, but
A victory.
I was trying to do something.
Perhaps a turning
He was
point.
dead anyway, so that worked out. Next one might blow up, but so it is. I got it.
The ground
Great.
quakes.
Yeah, no time to move party order. We'll just have to work with what we got. 1 HP. A long time to not have group attacks. They resist blight. Yeah. Pretty good. Oh yeah, Plague Doctor not looking great either. Maybe you should have the martyrs. Hardest to move that around, you know, because you can't do that in combat, so you just have to pick wisely, strategically. What seems to be the best at the time. Oh well. Some bulbous maggots. There, yeah, the legendary maggots, basically. As tough as they get. They make good side effects too. Crying. Actually, they get the blight that time. That's impressive. He could use some self-medication. Yeah, he is nearly on death's door. See Snake up. They're not getting a break yet.
Reeling.
There is our first
about
death's
to
door.
break.
Give him the one if I could, but straight to the masochistic. Might kill himself, that'd be a first. Probably an achievement or something for that. Actually does the killing blow to his little character. We'll save him for now if we can. But, oh. Yeah, we'll see. Alright, straight to the swine. Don't care about your diseases and stuff at this point. They're mercenaries. But he did get one. Speak. Ask and you shall receive. I don't think you need to treat the mercenaries or anything, but wow, he got double disease. That's intense. Oh well. We'll see here. Blight resistance, 180. Might be better off not blighting them. They're pretty tanky though. Not too much there. Can you heal yourself? At least you won't be dead in the next attack. There's some tough ones, definitely. Crave the knowledge. It's something alright. %, should have known better, huh? 71%. Some bandages on her.
Blurred vision. The end
Bitter end.
approaches.
Still that small reward. Didn't get any shards last time. I think I already broke my record though. It's easier enemies maybe. Wasn't I like 28 last time? Something like that. Oh yeah, bandages first. Might as well use this while I have it.
Inspiration and improvement.
But I can. Lots of madness. He marks himself 10. Something alright. Crystalline operation. Get rid of that right away. Nope, she's not doing great for health either. Leave to the tanks to not tank. Damage. All we had available for mercenaries, just them, the flagellant bad humors. I still got some camping skills because there's no camp. They get 20% max HP. That's some very bad humors you got there, Plague Doctor. Oh dear. Finish him off. He has high blight resistance, probably. Save the other one since he has lower damage and things anyway. Extra stress on Death's Door, so tough.
Precision and power.
Blood in the mud. Good enough, see what we can do. Alright. Still on the media. Oh, we got it! Yes!
Battle ahead.
First reward, yeah, I didn't even make it that far last time. That's where I died last time, so... At least we have some progress on the dang harvest. We got some actual shards, twice as many it said as normal. And who have we got here? Mildred. This anguished creature does not seem hostile yet. This woman suffers. Yeah, I have no idea who to use on that. I'll just use the Plague Doctor, I guess. See what she interacts with. Knows to use her on, I believe, so... Let's take a look.
A handsome reward.
Ooh.
For a task well performed.
A keepsake. So this is a trinket just for the farm, looks like. Mildred's Locket, the keepsake for the miller, the reaping. 100% damage taken, less than 100. Huh? I already killed the miller, though. Why is it giving me something to fight the miller? Well, the miller's already dead. Interesting. 40% blight resist, 3 speed and 40% damage versus the miller. But he's already dead. He's not coming back, is he? That's weird. Maybe we can sell that. Tears lost in the dust. Yeah, it is a unique interaction, unique achievement for this area, though. Mildred's Locket Trinket. Alright. Well, not sure what to do with it, because I'm pretty sure we defeated the miller already. You only get it here. Maybe you're supposed to get it earlier, I just didn't. I don't know. I don't see any reason to use it for now. I mean, it's pretty good for blight and speed, but I only want to really consider using it on like one of them. Nah. Not really worth it. I don't know. We'll carry on. Got those shards no matter what. Those are kept. Should've took some food though. I didn't even think about it. Damn. Yeah, that was my mistake. There's no going back now. Flee with meager spoils. At least I have some now. There's no reason to flee though. You might as well fight to the end. I should have healed, but oh well. Well, press on. Be a slight heal. Yeah, nice to let you just leave now, so you have what you have, but... I don't know, I'm running my high score, might as well keep going, right? You don't lose them, you don't lose any trinkets. Might as well finish it off. until they die. It's endless for a reason. Who knows, they might have some turnaround. Oh, we actually have the battle thing back. So for some reason that was the end of the first battle. Now we have this whole next battle. Well, they're not going to live exactly much longer, so we might as well buff them up while we can, right? I'd say so. That's funny, it brings it back now. Considering the first battle the entire first day, the first, like, milestone, and then it's a new battle. That's just still way too long. If you ask me, like, actual battles in the dungeon would just be one little battle, not freaking entire levels worth. But, the way it is. Alright, let's see what we can do. He nearly has his affliction, or actually virtue, hopefully in this case. Oh boy. Could revenge him, but I have that buff right now, accuracy, might as well make use of it. Let's try to defeat that one go. Almost, that always survives by one. That's rough. Some heavy swings.
Injury and despondence set the stage for heroism.
And here we go.
Or cowardice.
For this test. Did get it, alright. Very nice. Rally to me, friends. Finish him off a good bit. If we can. Celebrating our 7th emote tonight. Gotta probably try to add it from Saturday. Now it's fully back here on Tuesday. Good to go. Yeah, nice one revenge now, I guess. Use it long as it works for battle for the whole level, but it'll last for technically the rest of the battle, so it should apply to the other ones. I got one more buff on him. That might last for a couple rounds, as we saw. Bandage him up. Also want to blight them though, so. Those from Labor. Castlevania. Keys, other runners. Oh dear. Remember the exclamation point next time for now. Let's enjoy our good enough adventures. Finish this sucker off. 78, 73. Just need to get him out of here. Throw a dagger at one thing. Let's see who's better. Try the higher health one. Don't worry that though. It'll be the Grave Robber's turn. Not yet. Alright, clear that out. Plenty of damage. Bondage door leper here. I'll do the lower health for the stun. Higher health for the dagger toss. Get a chance here to extra damage, here we come. Nearly enough to finish him. Blight should finish him. Which one is a healer? One is nearly immortal.
And now the true test. Hold fast or expire.
Cutting himself with that bubonic. Crazy guy. Well, I want to buff before he dies. But I just want to take him away from Death's Door if we can. So maybe the one debuff from having it the first time it doesn't stack or anything, right? So it's okay. He just has that for the whole quest, is the crazy thing. Yeah, some kind of nightmare. Alright. 4 men. Could mark him, or just, chop him down.
A decisive pummeling.
68 damage. That would do anyone. Good for bosses. You can actually come to a boss. Time to work on a boss. I'll save the buff for now. Get the blind on him. Helps for that. Teamwork. One to the other. Courageous Crusader. Should make a good difference. Lily buffed his virtue chance for this reason, so. Can we stun? 60%. Oh, still get the reposted. Nest. Yeah, way to get him to Death's Door. Might actually not cure him from bleeding because of that. Funny when I put that on and now I use the most health. Well, this gives some max HP. So. Alright, have a dagger, Mr. Foreman. We got it.
A dizzying blow to body and brain.
Madness. Oh, yes, delightful. That's what I wanted, though. It's got the resistance.
Of emptiness reveal
I can cure the bleed now. Oh, focused on top of that. This honeybee to his nectar by the Queen's command. Oh yeah, let's go ahead and cure his bleeding. Just because he doesn't need to take any more damage for the resistance. Which I think is, yeah, death blow 79%. So we just keep him at death's door. He'll be doing the most damage possible. And crits and resistance being on it, so... Yep, you might as well keep him on death's door in that case. Let's do some heavy damage now. He's already doing big damage, but this will just, you know, get you... I mean, they're gonna die eventually anyway, so... I'll do the buff him a little bit. Let's try to get the stun. 6%. There it is. Blight should finish him, technically. Shall prevail. To the grave robber. Not bad. Alright, is that a good checkpoint for now, I wonder? Will it pick us up straight from that battle with 2 virtues, Death's Door, and the rest low? Yeah, I'd like to carry on here, but since chat is not active, I think good time. Leave it for now, pick it up straight the actual other dungeon, other characters, other good times like that. We shall see. Shall be great. Thanks to a couple who stopped by to chat here today. We'll see about early morning tomorrow, perhaps. Other good times, good things to come. Will be lovely. It will be great. Focus on positive stuff. Great times. Till then, guys. Good night.
So long, farewell. I'll be there saying good night.
And I hope you do enjoy new Lurk emote added to the lovely collection. And great fun. Those thumbnails will be good to go. And I hope you do enjoy new Lurk emote added to the lovely collection. And great fun.